My man, my man, my man, my man, my baby. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Release him. Welcome to the 50/50 house. Welcome to the 50/50 house show. I am your host, Janine. And I'm going to introduce my man because I didn't get to officially introduce my man to the world because the world tried to introduce my man to them. And this is my man. One half of the 50/50 show. Loosen up. 1, 2, 18 years together, 10 years married. Alhamdulillah for that. And honestly, y'all, we know that relationships are challenging. They come with a lot, but it is very important to have a partner who you can do life with. And doing life together is going to require 50/50 at times.
It's going to require 100%. So that's where that 50/50 breaks down at. And it's not just a monetary thing. It's a combination of a lot of things that it takes to make a relationship work. And it's going to have to be split many a times in many a ways. It might not always come to that exact 50/50, but it's a perfect example of just two people splitting life.
Yeah. I mean, I think that obviously with my Jessica Girl talk show and talking about a multitude of things surrounded around specifically women, and a lot of my commentary does talk about, ways that women can be better partners, be more desired in relationships, and we will be able to talk about a lot of those things from a male and female perspective as to why my husband might feel women are struggling in certain ways, why men are struggling in certain ways, and vice versa. And I think that unfortunately we have issues hearing from the opposite sex. And I know sometimes people also have troubles hearing from married people because they feel like, they feel like we think we're better. We think that we know it all, and we are not perfect. But I think somebody being together for some time has something to offer.
This is not like to force marriage on people, but it is to push it though, to show that we need each other. I think that our community is lacking in many things, and I think marriage is a great foundation to get a lot of those things back on track. I think we've been so like this image of marriage that is so terrible, like and I believe people was put here to be together, so we're better in pairs than we are by ourselves.
Yeah. Which again goes back to the 50/50 thing. A man coming together with a woman, and they come together, she brings herself, he brings himself, and they can hopefully achieve 100% to be able to make it. And again, we are not here to push and force people to be married. I think that people often believe that when you talk about relationships, or you just talk about wanting to see different people, feel like, oh, you want everybody to be married. And ideally, yes, it would be nice for us all to be married, but we know that everyone will not be married, and that's fine. But I think it's more about having these conversations, and that's why we want to have these conversations, to be able to open up a conversation that in our marriage in particular, we can pretty much talk about anything, and especially having a show that will open up the conversation about a multitude of things. If it's infidelity, if it's finances, if it's communication, like so many different things. Yeah. It can be discussed, and I'm not going to be offended by us talking about, these things, because it's a part of life and relationships.
Yeah, 50/50 House is also about, the things we've learned over this time, over 18 years, because we didn't always know it all, or, we had the wrong misconceptions about certain things too. And through this time, we have learned, and, we want to share, we want to spread that to everyone else, especially the younger people who are coming behind us, because they're the ones who really hold the future of our community. And I for one don't want them to continue to follow the things that we've been following, for the past 50 years or so.
We do want to see more love, specifically, definitely more Black love and more community and more families, and just really just coexist. Being able to coexist. So we will be, having these conversations on our live weekly together. And we hope that you guys enjoy the show and hearing from both of us, and just be on this journey as we continue to go through our marriage and share, like my husband said, what we have learned, and learn more on this journey.
I also want to say that this is not about our religion. This is about us as people. So for those who want to bring those comments, just save it. This is not about that. We all going through the same things, no matter what religion we may be. Mm-hmm. And this is about us as Black people. This is just way, way bigger than that. So let's try to keep that focus.
Yeah. At the end of the day, there's a mission that we were all put here to hopefully achieve. And again, the ultimate goal is being able to do it together. Man and woman, build, and building together. Again, we haven't done 18 years as individuals. Like, it really took both of us doing our part. Sometimes my husband had to do more, sometimes I'm doing more. It just depends on, how bad you want your relationship to work and how much you're willing to compromise to make it work and not be selfish or, just all about me.
You never know where life attacks or when. So, gotta be ready for that. And when life attacks, because it will, you rather be with your real one than by yourself, I would think.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, but I'm really excited. As y'all can see, I'm really excited to do this with my husband. We really do like each other. That is a bonus. I know people feel like people are miserable and unhappy, and they possibly can't believe that there are actually happy people out in this world who are married. Huh?
I wish we didn't push that so much on each other.
That people are miserable.
We should.
I mean, the assumption is that it's really miserable, and you turn the camera on, and I think
we should really celebrate marriage more. And a lot of times when I say stuff like that, people think I'm just saying it because I'm married.
What? Push marriage more?
We should celebrate it more. We should celebrate the people that are married and things like that, because we need to give our younger youth a reason to want to do it, a reason to look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People sit around, how fast they say marriage ain't no flex, but they don't say having a car ain't no flex. Mm-hmm. They don't say none of that stuff, like about stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? And also when it comes to marriage, like, how is it not a flex if we all sit up here and say how hard it is to find somebody that you can connect with, that you can communicate with, that understands you, all these things that we complain about as people. How can we then say, when somebody say, yo, I found it, I've been with this girl for this amount of time, and yo, we've been married, or whatever the case may be, how can you tell them that's not a flex? Mm-hmm. If all this is true too, that don't even make sense.
Show me your ring, honey.
I don't have it on. I just got out the shower.
Can't flex.
I can't flex.
Hold on.
Tell them.
I gotta flex by myself.
Pop my hoodie on them.
But no. So it's marriage is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is a blessing. And again, as long as you want to go 50-50 in all aspects, whatever it takes. Some days we got 50-50. Some days it's 70-30. Some days it's 60-40. It just depends.
And if we definitely need to, when we hear that term 50-50, when we're done with this show, I want that term not to mean the same thing it means to people now. I don't want it to just be a negative term. I don't want it to people to just think about money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the same way you'll be like, man, I ain't trying to pay no 70% of the rent, whatever. Like sometimes you might have to deal with 70% of the mental. You know what I mean? Whereas though the other person may not be able to deal with a certain part of life or whatever it may be. Like, I mean, but you're the other half. That's your job to step up and do that for them. Like, you know, so I think a lot of times we kind of forget that on both sides.
Yeah. Well, I got you, honey.
I know. I know you do, baby.
So stay tuned. We'll be going live on our channel very soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it out, let everyone know about this channel. I know that there is so many, you know, relationship channels and relationship advice out here. And we are not sitting here saying we are these relationship gurus. And, you know, I know people have this like perspective on people trying to give relationship advice. But it's about having honest, open conversations and things that we see. And let's talk about it. Let's figure out how we can come to a solution. At the end of whatever we share, there's a solution of how things could have went differently. And that's what we want to hopefully show on this channel. So,
and shout out to everybody that's been showing us love, though, since we started this journey. I mean, from the beginning, TikTok days, you know, all the people that, you know, made videos to defend us and, you know, just represent us the right way. Just shout out to y'all, man. Continue to support. We appreciate it, and we hope to make this family get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we do have a community again one day.
Yeah. Happy New Year, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye. My man, my baby.